Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Dean, and this is 5 Mesmerizing Minutes. Holy Spirit, give me the right words for this 5-minute program. I just got through teaching and preaching a Bible lesson. Tonight we had a packed house. And, I constantly talk to people who need a miracle in their lives. A miracle. And I'm asking you the same question. A miracle for finances, is that what you need? Do you need a miracle for a new job? Do you need a miracle in a relationship? I've met these kind of people all day long. Well, let me give you some good news. Great miracles do not require great instructions. Just obeyed instructions. We were reading in John 15 about abiding in the Lord and the Lord abiding in us. But if you go to the Old Testament, the Israelites needed a miracle. They faced an impossible task. An impossible enemy. Jericho needed to be conquered. But unfortunately, Jericho was surrounded by walls, and they seemed impossible to penetrate. And if you read the book of Joshua, Joshua went to God. And God gave Joshua a supernatural formula, and it sounded ridiculous. The people were to march around the walls 7 days in a row. Then, when it came to Sunday, they were supposed to march around the walls 7 times. Well, it was a simple instruction, sounded stupid. But when they obeyed, the walls came down. That's history. That's Bible. And they overtook the city. If we go to the New Testament, remember the blind man that came to Jesus for a miracle? It was in John chapter 9. He came to Jesus for a miracle. And Jesus gave him a simple instruction. He said in John 9:7, go wash in the pool of Siloam. Well, when the blind man obeyed exactly what Jesus said to do, he received his miracle. He went his way, therefore, and washed and came seeing. In the New Living Translation, it says, so the man went and washed and came back seeing. All he had to do was follow an instruction. All Joshua had to do was follow an instruction. When you ask God for a miracle, He will give you an instruction. Sometimes it's going to sound stupid. Other times, it's going to be a pain in the neck to complete that instruction. But there's a divine and awesome reason for an instruction that God will give you, because it's. Let me put it this way. When you do the possible, God will always do the impossible. God never requires you to do something impossible, never. Throughout the scriptures, the only instructions God ever gave were tasks that anyone in the world could do, anyone. So why does God give you instructions? Does He fear our laziness? Does He fear that we'll never get things done? Are His supernatural acts impossible without our participation? Of course not. But God has an obsession, And that obsession is to be believed and trusted completely. It's one of the most powerful truths that you will ever be taught about this wonderful Creator of ours. And we've taught it before, I guess a couple of weeks ago. His only pain is to be doubted. His only pleasure is to be believed. His only pain is to be doubted. His only pleasure is to be believed. We'll talk more about this tomorrow. This is Pastor Dean, and this has been 5 Mesmerizing Minutes.